Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live channel episode, and today I can bring you the news that the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have had the COVID-19 vaccination on Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge's 39th birthday. My goodness, so today is the 9th of January 2020. I am going to be waiting for a few people to drop in the live chat. As always, it's a live chat, so I'll be trying to answer as many viewer comments and questions as I possibly can. There has been a lot of speculation as to if the Queen and the Duke have had the vaccination, which vaccination they've had. Has it been the Pfizer or the Oxford AstraZeneca, or any other sort of approved vaccine? When they've had it, have they had it? Where have they had it? The questions have finally been answered. So without further ado, as people are dropping in, I'm going to be reading an article and also turning to a few Royal Reporter tweets and hopefully giving you all the details that we have at this present time. Although sometimes I wait for information to develop on a story, I'm bringing you this straight away because one, I think it's important that you know about it straight away, and two, I don't really think this is going to be that much of a developing story. I don't think we are going to be getting any further details. I think this is the kind of statement that we're going to get, and that's probably all we are going to get. But I will start by saying there has been a lot of, I think, people having personal opinions on vaccinations, and in particular a vaccination that has been created really quickly. And quite a lot of elderly people have perhaps been a little bit resistant to having the vaccine. I think the Queen and the Duke have taken the step to announce the fact, to comment on personal health matters, which they don't usually do. When it comes to simple things, I mean, big things like going into hospital, yes, they do say that they've gone into hospital. They don't always say what for, but simple things like vaccinations, that kind of thing, they don't normally announce unless they absolutely have to. I think the Queen and the Duke have taken this step to kind of lead by example, to kind of show the wider population, in particular people of their generation. And let's not forget the Queen is 94, Prince Philip is 99, of course his 100th birthday next year. They want to show, lead by example, that the vaccine is safe, that they have had it. So, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have been given the COVID vaccine, and of course, as I said, the Queen is 94 and Prince Philip is 99. They were inoculated at Windsor Castle, where they have been residing. So the palace has refused to say whether it was the Pfizer or the BioNTech vaccine, both of which have been approved for use. The UK has since permitted the use of the Oxford University AstraZeneca jab and an inoculation against coronavirus developed by Moderna. So basically, we do not know which vaccination they have had. News of the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's vaccination is unusual, as I said before, from Buckingham Palace, which rarely comment on the private health matters of the royal couple. And as I said before, sometimes we obviously know, we are told if, for example, they go into hospital, but we don't always know perhaps the nature, and we don't normally get kind of medical updates, basically. So it is understood that the Queen decided the information should be made public to prevent inaccuracies and further speculation. As I said before, there has been a lot of speculation. And also, again, as I said, I think the main reason was to kind of lead by example and to show people of their generation that it is, and everyone to be honest, not just people of their generation, but those people who may have doubts about the vaccine, that they have had it and it is safe to have it as well. So a Buckingham Palace spokesman said, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have today received the COVID-19 vaccinations. A royal source confirmed the injections were administered by a royal household doctor at Windsor Castle. The Queen and Philip have been spending the lockdown, as we know, at Windsor Castle after deciding to have a very quiet, stripped-back Christmas, again, at Windsor, not having travelled to Sandringham. Normally the Queen would be at Sandringham now for Christmas until February. So yes, they have been kind of isolating in their bubble. I'm going to go now to a royal reporter and just kind of read the words. I think it's pretty much the same kind of thing. Breaking news, Buckingham Palace just announced that both the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have today been given the coronavirus vaccine at ages 94 and 99. They are in the high risk category. So it's important to remember that the UK is giving out the COVID vaccinations by age group and those most vulnerable. It's all done through our National Health Service, so it's all one system. There's no private medical firms doing it. It doesn't matter whether you know, in the UK we don't have medical insurance. Some people do choose to go private, but basically everyone falls under the National Health Service. It's all one system, it's all one communication system, so it makes it, you know, it's a challenge to do these mass vaccinations, but it makes it a lot easier than perhaps if you had lots of kind of different separate systems. So the way the UK is choosing to do it is to do it in age tiers and vulnerability. Those at the top are people in care homes, people that work in care homes, National Health Service staff, and the over 70s. And then obviously those who are medically vulnerable of any age. All of those categories have been pledged to be vaccinated by the government, by the National Health Service, by mid-February. So the Queen and the Duke have been very careful not to skip any categories. They are in the age ranges where they would receive the vaccination anyway. So just to make that completely clear. Everyone in the UK is entitled to eventually receive a coronavirus vaccine. It doesn't matter, you know, if you have medical insurance or not. In the UK, we don't, as I said, typically have medical insurance. So everyone in the UK will be vaccinated. We just have to kind of wait our turn until it gets to our turn to have it, basically. So a palace source said the vaccines were administered by a household doctor at Windsor Castle. They have not and will not say whether the royal couple were given the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine or the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. So again, I don't expect to have any updates on that. So I don't think it will be a developing story in that sense. Right, I'm going to go to the comments and see basically what people are saying. So hello to everybody who has said hello to me. Lots of people saying good morning. Franco says, thank goodness I read the title and thought Her Majesty had the virus. No, completely the opposite. Her Majesty and Philip are completely safe. They have been bubbling. They've had, when I say bubbling, I mean they've been having their kind of coronavirus staff bubble. They've been, you know, pretty much isolating at Windsor Castle. They haven't had a big family Christmas. So there has been lots of steps taken to keep their Royal Highnesses completely safe. Ernest also said, you scared me. No, read the title, people. They've had the vaccine, not COVID. Darlene, hello to everyone. Lots of people saying hello. Franco says, if she did get the vaccine, it wouldn't likely be on the National Health Service. It's very possible they have bought it privately. No, you cannot buy it privately in the UK. In the UK, it is not for sale privately. I can stress that categorically. It is not for sale privately. We have had reports of people ringing up doctor surgeries, asking if they can purchase it. It will not be sold. It has been flatly refused. People cannot purchase it privately here in the UK. Like I said, it is being used by our National Health Service system. It's the National Health Service who are distributing it to the local doctors and centres where it is being used. So no, it categorically was not bought privately. You cannot buy it privately in the UK. We have a very fair and open system here. Lauren says, strange, I was only asking yesterday about the Queen and family and the jab. You were indeed. And I said as soon as I knew anything, I would come on and let you know. Boris Johnson in the chat says, I'm not taking the COVID vaccine. Darlene says, I want to get the vaccine right away. Me too. As soon as it gets to my age group here in the UK, I will be having it as well. Lisa says, honestly, I'm still on the fence about taking it. Well, the Queen's took it. If it's good enough for the Queen, it's good enough for me. Stephanie says, hi Elliot, it's great that they have gotten the COVID-19 vaccine, indeed. Darlene says, I have COPD and diabetes, so I'm in the danger area. I would feel better with the vaccine. Again, some people have reported some kind of side effects if you have severe allergies. So there is a warning out there, I think, for people who have had severe allergies. And I think that is under investigation. So I think people are being advised to inform their medical practitioners if you have severe allergies before having the vaccine, and then they will let you know whether or not you are safe to have it or not. So I do believe that tests are ongoing to see if people with any kind of underlying health conditions are safe to have it. But I think at the moment it's just people with severe allergies. That when I say severe allergies, I mean those people who may go into anaphylactic shock with their allergies, basically. But always check with your medical practitioner before doing anything of that nature. Lots of people again coming in saying hello. Lauren says, we still may not see them for a while. They have to wait 3 months for the second jab. In the UK, with the Oxford vaccine, we are being advised that we can wait up to 12 weeks, 3 months before having the second vaccination, and that will not impact the effectiveness. Pfizer, with the initial Pfizer vaccine, are saying that it should be 3 weeks. I don't know what's happening in terms of if those people receiving the Pfizer vaccine are having to wait 12 weeks, but Pfizer themselves are saying it's not been tested past the 3-week mark. So, but the Oxford vaccine are saying it's safe to have it 12 weeks after, which means that in the UK, the plan is to vaccinate as many people as possible with the first vaccine and then administer the second vaccine round about 12 weeks. Christine says, I want to get it as soon as possible. Me too. Me absolutely too. Right. I'm trying to read down some of the comments. Raynette Tingle says, has my nan got the vaccine yet? No. She hasn't been called up yet. I mean, like I say, it's a massive undertaking. We're talking millions of people, millions of vaccinations to be put out. What tiara am I wearing? I am wearing Princess Beatrice's wedding tiara, the replica of the Queen's. Right, I'm going to pop that back on and read some more comments. I'm going to move on from the vaccine. There's nothing else particularly to say about that, but there is something else important happening today. It is, of course, Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge's 39th birthday. So I'm just going to read just a little bit about her early life, and then we'll move on to how the royal family has kind of celebrated Catherine's birthday. So she was born Catherine Elizabeth Middleton. Catherine and Elizabeth, both kind of royal names, actually, considering that she was not born into any nobility, she wasn't born into any aristocratic background, but her parents chose fairly royal names. Of course, there was, 3 of the wives of Henry VIII were Catherine, and of course Elizabeth, a very royal name, Elizabeth I, Elizabeth II, the Queen Mother was called Elizabeth. And she was born at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading on the 9th of January 1982. 1980. I was born in 1983, so she's a year older than me. She was born into, it says, an upper middle class family, and she was baptised at St Andrew's I need my glasses for this. St Andrew's Bradfield, a local parish church, on the 20th of June 1982. She's the eldest of 3 children born to Michael Middleton and his wife Carol, who used to be a goldsmith. So of course we have Pippa and James, her brother and sister. Right. Yes, happy birthday and congratulations. I mean, again, it's if you celebrated a birthday last year, it wasn't quite the same, and probably for the majority of people celebrating birthdays the early part of this year, it's still not going to be the same. Big birthday parties, big social gatherings are completely off the list. But nevertheless, I'm hoping that she is having a good a time as she possibly can with everything that's going on right now. It's believed that they are residing currently at their country residence of Anmer Hall on the Sandringham estate. We don't believe that they have returned to Kensington Palace in London because schools here in the UK are shut. We are currently undergoing our third national lockdown, so schools are shut. So of course the royal children, George and Charlotte, attend their main schools in London, and there is no reason for the Cambridges to be at London at the moment. There is no in-person engagements going on. Pretty much the diaries are shut down apart from virtual engagements. So it's believed that they are celebrating her birthday privately at Anmer. The royal family, the Twitter account on behalf of the Queen and other senior royals, including Princess Anne and the Earl and Countess of Wessex, and of course her working cousins, have wished the Duchess of Cambridge a very happy birthday with the hashtag Happy Birthday Her Royal Highness, and they have shared 2 photographs of one of the Queen and the Duchess, and one of the Duchess on her own. And I'm just going to kind of zoom in and show you that there. So there we have obviously the pictures that they have shared. You can obviously go onto that account yourselves and check it out. You can leave a comment. You can even leave a comment of happy birthday on this video. Who knows? Who knows who is looking and watching? The next account I am going to go to is, of course, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's own Twitter account. They also obviously have accounts on Instagram as well, many of which have been replicated. But on their Twitter account, they have said a big thank you for your kind wishes on the Duchess's birthday. And they say birthdays have been very different in recent months. Indeed they have. And our thoughts continue to be with all those working on the front line at this hugely challenging time. And of course, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, as I said in my Year in Royal Review, that was the previous video to this one. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I said that basically William and Catherine have stepped up and upped their game last year and will continue to do so this year. And one of the groups that they have been focusing on so much is the key workers during the pandemic. So even on a day that should be all about Catherine, she has chosen to mention all of those key workers who have been giving up, who have been keeping on carrying on, I think. And this is the photograph that the account has chosen to share. It is, of course, of Catherine wearing a mask, and she's waving. And I have to say, her hair in that photograph looks absolutely amazing. I would kill to have wavy hair like that. Oh, it looks gorgeous. I would suit the Duchess weave, don't you think? I would suit a Duchess weave, I think. Definitely. So I'm going to move on, of course, to the other account, which has been celebrating their birthday, which is Clarence House on Twitter. Of course, the account of the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall. They have said happy birthday to the Duchess of Cambridge, and I think, have they shared a little... They've shared a little party emoji as well. And of course, they have shared a photograph of a very smiley, very happy Catherine right there. Obviously, go to the account, you can see the picture properly, and you can leave a comment if you want to do so. Right, I'm going to go and read the comments in the room. Lots of people saying happy birthday and sending Catherine lots of birthday wishes. Right, I'm just kind of going through and seeing where it started. Yes, lots of people saying happy birthday. Christine says, you are the same age as my son. Yeah, I'm currently, I'll be 38 this year, in August. Again, lots of people saying happy birthday. Lauren says, do we think we'll get a new photo released for the Duchess's birthday? No, I think if you'd have asked me this yesterday, I would have said maybe, watch this space. But seeing as they've already posted their birthday message and there was no new photo, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking perhaps they want this birthday to be very low-key. Perhaps they didn't want to overshadow the news that the Queen has had the vaccine. So there's kind of that to take into consideration. And also, I think they wanted to put the primary focus on the key workers. I think that's why they mentioned the key workers in her official birthday message. So perhaps, no, I don't think we're going to get a brand new photo. Also, it's her 39th birthday, not her 40th. Next year, obviously 40, it's kind of it's one of those big milestone birthdays, so perhaps we'll get a bit more of a fuss about her 40th birthday, I'm thinking. So no, I don't think we're going to get a new photo. I would like one. I would be happily surprised if one turned up later, but I don't think we're going to get anything just yet. Thank you to Boris Johnson, who says he loves me. What a thing. Kate Monica Lucy Laird, wow, I love your name, says a very happy and safe birthday to the Duchess of Cambridge, indeed. And Darlene says, thank you for the cute birthday card. You have it framed on my wall. Those of you who don't know, I do have a Patreon, and you can subscribe to the birthday and Christmas tier, which means I send you out a birthday card and I send you out a personalised photo Christmas card. And that's what Darlene received. So I'm glad you liked it. I really am. The link to my Patreon is in the description below, as it is on all of my videos. Ria says, always love hearing from you, a new subscriber here. Welcome! Welcome to the channel. I never know how people come across this channel, about how YouTube kind of puts it out to people. But if you have found me, thank you so much for finding me. I hope you subscribe, I hope you thumbs up, and I hope you stick around for more upcoming videos. Right, I'm going to leave it here for today. I wanted this video to be quite succinct. I was going to come on today and talk about The Crown to finish off my series. I wanted to talk about all we know about the upcoming season 5, which is the next season. But I'll perhaps save that video for tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed, because I will probably do it in another live pop-up channel. I have one question before I go. I will take one more question. IBRK says, love your live videos. Why, thank you. And she says, why did Princess Diana keep the princess title? She didn't. It's all in where the princess title falls. So when she was married to Charles, she was Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. When she got divorced, she lost the HRH and she became Diana, Princess of Wales. She was not still the Princess of Wales. She wasn't even a Princess of the United Kingdom anymore. She was basically using Princess of Wales as a surname, as a divorced member of the Prince of Wales. So she wasn't still Princess of Wales, very much in the same way that Fergie is not the Duchess of York anymore. When she got divorced from Andrew, she became Sarah, Duchess of York. She is not the Duchess of York. It's a very subtle difference, but nevertheless, it is still a very pertinent one to remember. Right, so I hope I've kind of cleaned that up for you. Yes, I did review... No, I didn't review season 3. I've only reviewed season 4 of The Crown in full. I think I've spoke about it in previous videos, but not in full. Season 4 was the only one that I've done episode by episode, so do go back and check out that series if you haven't already. Right, without further ado, I am going to leave you to enjoy your Saturday, however you are spending it. So, however you do it, spend it safe. So from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all, and goodbye.